Hi, it's Ileana here, and today I am going to be discussing contact and healing with the Solipsi Rai. So I have been in communication with the Solipsi Rai telepathically for a number of years now. They helped to do psychic surgery to remove my Neuralink implants. In 2017, I had worked with 2 Solipsi Rai in the first session and 10 Solipsi Rai in the second session. For the Neuralink implant removals, it took 2 sessions. First session half a day and the second session whole day. And they had been sending me these interesting looking symbols that had energetic antenna on it to help to remove the Neuralink implants in my brain, because those implants were partially etheric, so it required psychic surgery to remove it with their assistance. So that's how I met them in the beginning. And now that it's 2020, I'm also have been doing energy healing with them to assist others. So they're very nice beings. They agree to help if people are of a positive polarity and, just people who need emotional clearing, energy healing. So that's what the Solipsi Rai, they help those people. So what I mean by positive polarity, you could still have negative emotions and stuff. They'll help you. You just have to be a decent person who hasn't hurt anybody else. So that's what I mean by positive polarity. Just have to be a decent person. That's all. So the Solipsi Rai are peaceful, and they're a harmonious race that help other beings to heal through the teaching of psychic surgery for etheric and technological implant removal, as well as other healing modalities like energy healing, just anything in the body, organs, or emotional healing that needs attention and that's something that needs to be healed. They help with that. Communication with them happens telepathically, and healing symbols are sent to direct the frequency energies to heal the body, soul, and the mind. The Solipsi Rai also teach universal knowledge through energetic downloads. They have one main leader, and his name is Yamartan. But when communication happens with the Solipsi Rai, contact is made with various different representatives of the species, especially the healers and teachers. Their civilization is 2 billion years old once they were at the same level of development as humans. So they still have a solid body, but their mind really works on the 5th and 6th density levels. So their telepathic abilities are extraordinary, especially for healing. So it's beyond the 3D, 4D dimension for their minds. Even though, like I said, they have physical bodies, they've surpassed the capacity of the physical body. They can go beyond it and explore those ways of living. They can just reach their mind thousands of light years out of their body and communicate with different species and impart knowledge that goes beyond the physicality. The Solipsi Rai have no colonies, as they are completely focused on the development of other planets and races. Solipsi Rai come from the constellation Cygnus. They do have their own planet where they live on, and there's like an energetic frequency above their planet that's blue. It's organic, and it's to protect the planet from outside interference. According to the Solipsi Rai, the human race in the next few thousands of years still has 645 options left to save themselves, the planet Earth, and to guarantee a future for the human race as a species, but it will all depend on the human's ability to travel through space. The Solipsi Rai are a species of friendly greys and are also much more than just greys. They're a mixture of other species. I've yet to figure out what, but they're not completely greys. They are 5th to 6th density. They're 5 feet tall and they have a peach colored skin tone from what I've seen while communicating with them. And they do wear a grayish type suit or uniform that has the energy symbols on it as well. So they are fully clothed at all times. The Solipsi Rai do a lot of the energy healing with different frequencies and also the symbols that they telepathically send to the healers to work on those that are being healed. So there's a three-way connection between the Solipsi Rai, the healer, and the person who's being healed. So an attunement is done through the civilization frequency symbol, the triangle with the star in it, and they also modulate other frequencies for the symbols for the healing process. So they work with vibrations, frequencies, DNA attunement, DNA infusions, and other types of health infusions. So they help with that because they exist more of on a frequency in their solid bodies. But they tune in more to the frequencies of healing than a solid body. So internally, when they're adding their healing abilities, they see you on a frequency level. They see your physical body and in your organs and everything. So they see that, and they also attune to your frequency of your physicality, your emotionality, and your soul level. They attune on everything, and they see everything in the body that needs healing, and they send the positive frequencies for the healing process, as well as other types of energies for DNA infusions and health infusions. And for a particular type of healing, they asked me to show this healing room environment. This is what it looks like on their planet. And they have this frequency, I don't know how to describe it, this frequency attunement that always spins energy. And that's how they modulate some of their healing frequencies. As well, they do it with their mind. So they do physically have healing rooms or healing environments on their planets. So sometimes they're present in that environment, and sometimes they're outside of it somewhere else, lending the healing frequencies. So I just wanted to show what that looks like here in these images. The Solipsi Rai have minds that can process almost unlimited amounts of information all at once, and they can send telepathic downloads either as visuals in the forms of symbols, images, or in numbers. Or it's different types of information other than numbers. They could send thought forms and ideas to help people to gain more insight into their lives, into their memories, to their past and their future. So some of their downloads provide insights into what's going on for you or what's missing. When someone is telepathically connected inside a Solipsi Rai's mind, they will see what looks like a connected web of blue stars. That's what their minds literally look like telepathically when you're connecting to them. And a lot of different symbols as well in their minds. A lot of healing stuff. They're exceptional healers. So this is what a Solipsi Rai medical intuitive energy body scan looks like. When they're connected, to the healer and the person being healed, they see the whole body of the human being, but there's also this energetic overlay of what looks like a web of stars, a blue web of stars. That's how their medical intuitive energy body scans look like together. They see the whole person, but there's this overlay of energy frequency that they scan the body with. And it's very much organic and it's safe. This is how they do it. I also work with healing people without the help of the Solipsi Ra, because sometimes people would like them to join in and infuse the healing process, and sometimes people prefer just to be me. And when I do the medical intuitive energy body scan, I see the whole body, everything internally, the organs, everything inside the body. I see it. So I also see the person's energy, like their auric field, their torsion fields, their electromagnetic field. I just don't see that blue web of stars, that blue energy that the Solipsi Ra have overlaid over the human body. I don't see that frequency. I see other frequencies of the soul itself. So the Solipsi Ra do have a special energy frequency overlay that can see everything within the body. Everything. I see a lot too, but they do see more than I can. And so because their minds are pure energy, their heads have more energy structures in them than brain guts, literally. So they're more on an energy scale than humans are. Their brain is more energetic than what humans have in their brains. We have guts in our brain. We have things, we have more structural things in our brain. They have less structural things in their brain. They just don't need so much physical structural guts in the brain as we do. Their evolution is now different, so they're more energetics in their brain and how they see things and how they heal. So that's interesting. There are Solipsi Ra healing councils that are assigned to do energy healing with those beings that request positive healing to become healthier both physically and emotionally. The Solipsi Ra councils consist anywhere from 2, 5, 10, or 20 healers working together with individuals telepathically on healing assignments. It is up to the healing councils to select how many Solipsi Ra will be working with energy healers. The healer does not have control of how many Solipsi Ra aid them. It depends who is available from the healing councils and who can answer the telepathic requests for healing. So when I work with the Solipsi Ra to do energy healings on others, I can request the healing to be done. They check the person before agreeing. They'll actually check the person to check their frequencies and their aura to make sure it's appropriate to do the healing. And if they agree, they join in on the healing process. The Solipsi Ra have their own free will, and they can choose to say yes to do the healing, or they can choose to say no. Again, they have their own free will because they are also, free will beings. And so far in all of the healings, they've said yes. But I have no control how many of them show up to do the healing. Like if a person requests for the healing for 16 or 20 Solipsi Ra to show up in one session, I can't fulfill that type of request. It's not up to me how many of them show up. How many show up is how many show up for the healing. Somebody will show up It could be 2, 3, it could be 5. A couple of them always show up for the energy healings. One time I was working with 2 of them. Another time I was working with 10 of them. It really depends on how many of them can join in. If there's other healings in progress that need some of them to be there. So again, it also depends on free will. They can choose to participate in the healing, or they can choose to say no. It's really up to them as well as free will beings, not just up to me. Because I do energy healings on my own as well, and I do it with them. If somebody requests it, if they say yes to it, then I can say yes to the person I'm going to be healing. If they'll say no, then I'll have to tell the person, well, I'm available to do the healing. They're not available right now, or they can't for whatever reason that they choose. So honestly, I'm being very honest here. It's not all up to me how many of them I can select for the healing. And, you know, it's individualized. There won't always be like 10 or 20 of them in the council. Might be 2, it might be 5, might be 3. It depends on the situation. So the Solipsi Rai have their own healing rooms, have their own healing environments on their planets and the councils. So they work with frequencies and vibration on an energetic level with their minds, but they also have healing devices. So one of these healing rooms has this frequency attunement device that helps to heal the physical, emotional, and the soul level for a person. So they do it with their minds, but they also have healing frequency devices that will augment the healing process for the physical body. Again, both on the physical, emotional, and on the soul level. And in the last energy healing that I did, one of these frequency healing devices was present in the session, and it needed to do a type of implant removal for psychic surgery and implant removal. This device needed to be there for that because the implant had several portions to it that needed to be dissolved in parts. So this frequency device was helping to do that for the person being healed. That's why the device was there.